wrestling fans, FM True followers, and members of the WC. Brian Crazy here with that from Brand of Wrestling and Entertainment here on YouTube.com. Thanks for tuning in once again. I am back with a quick recap of Monday Night Raw. I apologize, this is not going to be as detailed as usual. I have 3 pages of notes. I really wanted to go over them, but unfortunately the last few days I've been trying to kick a cold. It has wreaked havoc on my sinuses and my throat. You guys can probably tell with my voice. Like I said, I hate sick days, and I wish this video was up a couple of days ago. Unfortunately, I just was not able to speak yesterday. I've sort of got my voice back today, but as I just started talking and trying to do this video, I know I'm not going to be able to go to the length that I usually do for these Raw reviews, so I have to apologize before we even start. And I also have to apologize to everybody out there that's left comments for me and personal messages. I apologize, I have not answered them. Unfortunately, like I said, this cold is just wreaking havoc on my system. So we start off Raw after the Raw intro plays. CM Punk comes out. He talks about the Rumble. He talks about Johnny Ace. And he talks about his opponent this Sunday, Dolph Ziggler. He calls out John Laurinaitis. Laurinaitis doesn't come out. CM Punk is about to leave the ringside area, and out comes John Cena. John Cena talks about how Zack Ryder was screwed and deserves a rematch, and also talks about that Johnny Ace needs to resign. Out comes Johnny Ace, and he books a couple huge matches. One, we will see Kane versus Ryder later in the night. Next, we will see CM Punk team with John Cena to go against the team of Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. CM Punk almost had this match won. This is when Johnny Ace distracts CM Punk, allowing Dolph Ziggler to roll up CM Punk. This is the 4th time in the last month or 5 weeks or so that Dolph Ziggler has gotten the upper hand due to Laurinaitis' interference and beaten Punk. Is it going to happen this Sunday at the Rumble? Post-match, CM Punk challenges Johnny Ace to a match later in the night. Johnny Ace, who is John Laurinaitis, accepts. If you guys don't know, he was a great athlete in New Japan Pro Wrestling, or All Japan Pro Wrestling, excuse me. Johnny Ace was one of the few Americans that was accepted over there. He was the innovator of the Ace Crusher maneuver. Unfortunately, with the footage you guys have seen on Raw, you wouldn't really know that. But if you search some videos on here, I'm sure you'll find some stuff here on YouTube. Chris Jericho's highlight reel is up next, and he comes out to a huge pop. He tells the fans to hold on, runs to the back, and gets a t-shirt done. He kind of teases the crowd with it, and then proceeds to grab the camera from the cameraman. So he's not playing cameraman, he's playing rock star. I mean, what can't Jericho do? You know what I mean? He proceeds to prompt the video package to be played, and then finally speaks. All he says is, this Sunday at the Royal Rumble, it'll be the end of the world as you know it. I can't wait. Jericho is my pick to win the 30-man Royal Rumble this Sunday. The lights in the arena then go dark, and then you see his illuminating coat turn on. Back from commercial break with a clip from last September of Hugh Jackman assisting Zack Ryder in a match against Dolph Ziggler. Miz versus R-Truth and Kane versus Ryder is still to come. A Royal Rumble video package is shown. This is a great video package, and it shows a bunch of interesting statistics. Believe it or not, the number 27 spot is the most successful place so far. The most entrants to enter at number 27, I should say, have been successful in going on to fight at WrestleMania. Like I said, apologize, guys. I am feeling like crap, but I love you guys, the fans. I love wrestling. I love this channel, and I love what I've been able to accomplish on here. So I don't want to let you guys down. This is not as structured as usual, but bear with me. It's probably a little bit more like the old school when I used to just shoot the shit and just talk to you guys one-on-one. This is what you're here for, my opinions on wrestling. Excuse me. Then we see a backstage segment with Zack Ryder, Eve Torres, and Mick Foley. John Cena is told by Zack Ryder not to interfere in tonight's match against Kane, or Zack Ryder will not get a rematch for the U.S. title against Jack Swagger. Zack Ryder comes out, and then comes out Kane. The bell rings, and Ryder strikes first, taking Kane to the corner. This is about as much momentum as Ryder's going to have. Kane just dominates Ryder from this point until he ends up slamming him through the stage by the entrance area. This is after he's thrown into the huge WWE symbol, and then he's slammed through the stage. At Monday Night's Raw, they were saying that he possibly could have a broken back. Of course, this is a kayfabe injury. Now they're saying that he has a kayfabe injury in the he has a herniated disc. So we'll see how long it takes Zack Ryder to return to the squared circle. I think it's actually good to keep Ryder off TV for a little while. That was part of the mysticism of Zack Ryder. You know, you only got to see him so often. You know, the guy was just struggling to make it, and he finally got a match on Raw here or there. Now that we've seen him too much, has Zack Ryder been overexposed? It was a fan interaction video I was going to do about the Ryder Revolution. I am a big fan of Zack's. I do have to say he's accomplished more than most superstars have. He's taken the ball and run with it. But I want to know your guys' thoughts. Has he been overexposed? Then after Kane destroys him, we go to commercial break. We're back from commercial, and Ryder is still being evaluated. He's being loaded onto the stretcher, and Ryder is taken to the back. He's taken to an ambulance and then drives off. This is when Josh Matthews attempts to interview John Cena. John Cena knocks the microphone out of Matthews' hands and makes this crazy look as we cut to another commercial break. Then we go Sheamus versus Jinder Mahal. Sheamus picks up the win over Mahal via brogue kick. Then we see Brodus Clay versus the one-man rock band Heath Slater, the Funkasaurus. Brodus Clay is successful, and he celebrates with the Funkettes, as they've been dubbed by one of the commentators. I think it was Michael Cole. I know that Flash Funk and his Funkettes, so I wonder if that's the name that they're going to keep. It's Naomi and Cameron, who Cameron I know is Ari, and she performed under the last season of Tough Enough. Then we go to The Miz versus R-Truth. And this is a great match. R-Truth picks up the win. Miz will be the #1 entrant in this Sunday's Royal Rumble. Then we see John Laurinaitis come out for the main event. This is after CM Punk made his way to the ringside area. David Otunga reads a letter saying that John Laurinaitis' job is going to be under official review. Triple H will be on Raw next week after the Royal Rumble to review Johnny Laurinaitis' job. The board of directors is concerned after Laurinaitis openly admitted that he's going to try to screw Punk this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. Laurinaitis calls off the match. He makes a match Otunga versus CM Punk. CM Punk quickly defeats Otunga with the Anaconda Vice, and then he hits Johnny Laurinaitis with the Go to Sleep. As CM Punk is distracted, out comes Dolph Ziggler. He hits the zigzag, and Monday Night Raw closes with Dolph Ziggler standing over a motionless CM Punk. I want to know your guys' thoughts. Please drop them below. For the effing brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com, my name is Brian Crazy. Thanks for bearing with me, and I'll catch you later.